Hey, beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. I guess you can call it a podcast. And we are here today to talk about what? Vlogmas Day 2. Yay! No, we're not going to talk about Vlogmas Day 2. It just is Vlogmas Day 2. We're going to talk about some things. We're going to shoot the shit real quick. Let's do it. All right, y'all. Let's start off talking about Tessica. Is her name Brown? Tessica Brown, something like that. I don't know her last name, but I know her first name is Tessica. Also known as Gorrilla Glue Girl. She is back in the blogs because what? Of her hair. Because she apparently dyed it. I guess she thought, well, she said in her video, she thought it was strong enough to do some more stuff too now. And it's just falling out in clumps. And at this point, I just want her to go away. I just want her to shave her head and go away. Like, stop touching it, leave it alone, get a stylist, but we're over it. We don't want to hear about your hair anymore, ma'am. And the good part about it, though, is even with this short hair, when she was combing it through or whatever, you can tell she looks like she has a nice braid of hair, but it's pretty, it's fine. Leave it short, leave it alone. But yeah, she's back in the blogs. Can you believe it? She wants 15 more minutes. Y'all better give it to her. All right, and now we have to say rest in peace to Virgil Abloh, something like that. But he was the first African-American designer for Louis Vuitton. I think he started the Off-White, or he had a lot to do with it if he didn't start it. I'm not sure. But I first heard about him, of course, when he became Louis Vuitton's first African-American designer. But also because Kanye was upset with him at some point. And then later on, they reunited, got back together, and I was happy about that, even though I don't really know him from Adam. But I do think that it's very sad that he's gone at 41. And yeah, I mean, that was a huge accomplishment to become a designer for Louis Vuitton. White, black, or whatever, that's a huge accomplishment. So for him to be gone at 41 due to cancer, it is extremely sad. So praying for his family and rest in peace. Okay, and speaking of Kanye West, did y'all see the picture of Blue Ivy, Beyonce, and Rumi? Oh my God. There was a caption. I don't know who made up the caption, if it was the person that I'm Instagram friends with or Shade Room, or I don't know. But the caption said, Beyonce gave birth to Blue twice. And I'm like, okay, y'all didn't hear that. I'm like, she most certainly did. Look at that face. Oh my God, they have the exact same face. It's unreal. But adorable babies. And yeah, I love the photo shoot. I think it's hilarious that she's holding that big old girl like that. But that's what they used to do to Blue Ivy, so it's fine. But yeah, how crazy is that? I would love to see little Mr. Sir, and I love that name. But I wonder how. I'm sure he looks just like them as well. That's crazy. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful girls, beautiful gowns. Y'all, did they really start a petition for Will and Jada to stop talking? Stop doing interviews, just stop speaking. Because I'm telling you, every single day there's a headline. Will did this, Will did that, Jada said this. I don't care. I just don't give a shit. I'm sorry. But I have never been that emotionally invested in their relationship. It just does not matter to me. That's why I only watched the Red Table Talk when she was having someone really good on and everybody was talking about it. Other than that, I don't care. It just seemed to me that somebody in the Shade Room or something was reading Will's book, and every time he got to a chapter or something that they felt like was salacious or newsworthy, they would be like, oh, guess what else Will said? And then we would hear something else. It's like as soon as his book dropped, we get to learning all these things about him that we don't really care about. Do we really need to know about his situation with his dad and wanting to kill his dad or thinking about killing his dad, all that? They just getting so personal. Pull back. I'm with it. Where's the petition? I'm signing. Is it just me? Are y'all interested in Will and Jada like that? Listen, I'll tell you one thing though, off subject. I saw Jada in person like a billion years ago. I was much younger. She was too. It was in Chicago, one of the expos, car expo or something. And she is beautiful. I mean, we already know she's pretty, but in person, oh my gosh, she's beautiful. So yeah, they're a beautiful couple. However, we just don't care that much. We don't want to know anymore. Unless you guys did. Were you guys that interested in their life? Do y'all care? And here's another couple we don't care about. Tiffany Haddish and Common apparently broke up, and don't give a shit about that either. You know why? Because they never should have been together. And I'm gonna tell y'all what, I was in love with Common. I mean, in complete love with him, even though he's a man whore. Like, he talked to any and everybody. I actually know people who know him for real in real life, because, you know, he's from Chicago, went to school with him, and they're just like, yeah, you know, he makes all these woke songs or whatever, but Common is Common. Like, Common will talk to whoever, do whoever, and he's a regular guy, if you get what I mean. And it's obvious because he can't stay in no committed relationship, but he should have never been with old ghetto fab Tiffany Haddish. Cannot stand her, guys. I can't stand her voice. I can't stand her face. I can't stand her brand of comedy. She's not funny at all, like at all. And as soon as he got with her, when I tell you I was done with him, washed my hands of Mr. Common Sense, because it made no sense whatsoever. But I tell you who I do love, and because I feel like I have been so negative, I want to turn, you know, let's give a little positivity going, and let's stick with Chi-Town's finest, and let me show y'all Chi-Town's finest and who I still love. Yes, Mr. Lorenz Tate, Chi-Town's finest for real. Just look at him. Y'all, let's just bask in the positivity and the glow of his smile. Look at his face, his eyes. I feel like he's looking at me. But this is my true husband for real in real life. Not for real in real life. But I love him so much. Wait, one more picture. How do y'all feel about my Lorenz? Do y'all think he's super fine, or y'all not really feeling him? How could you not be feeling him? I mean, look, he does not age. He really doesn't. So, all right, enough with the positivity, but I love you, Lorenz. I do. Y'all, what the hell is wrong with Trey Songz? Really, he is a sexual deviant. Like, something is really wrong with him. I don't know what to call him at this point, because he has had so many different sexual assault allegations against him. I mean, just different, but in line with R. Kelly in terms of the fact that there's a lot. So I'm not saying young girls. I think they're all of age that we know of, but there's just a lot, and it's ongoing. And then later on, people gonna keep making songs with him, same thing they did with R. Kelly. And then later on, in the next 10 years or so, when he really get caught doing something and he's facing jail time, which he should be, I'm sorry, but all these different allegations, something's wrong with him. But yeah, it won't be until 10 years from now, when he's really in trouble and they're doing documentaries and everything, that everybody's like, oh my God, you know, I knew it. I should have never worked with him. No, they don't ever want to nip stuff in the bud when it's happening. It's ridiculous that he's able to get away with all this stuff. And people, y'all know I'm a part of cancel culture, even though I don't know nobody who's been canceled, but we can try. Mr. Steal Your Girl is trying to steal any and everything that he can. Like, he's just all about taking what's not his, and that's not cool. So, tell me how y'all feel about Trey Songz. Do y'all think that there's any truth to all these different allegations? I mean, I know, again, it's alleged, but there's so many that, listen, where there's smoke, that's all I'm saying. All right, and last but not least, let's bring it back to being lighthearted. This little cutie pie, YK Osris, have no idea who he is. I really don't. I don't know not one song. What I do know is he took video and pictures and stuff with my baby when she went to Miami, and I'm like, oh, that's my baby. I'm like, babe, who's the cute little boy? Because he looks like a little boy. Apparently he's a grown man though. I'm like, oh, who's the cute little boy? And she's like, oh, that's YK Osris or what. Like, she was not enthused at all or anything. And I'm like, he's so cute. She's like, no, he's not. He's fine. You know, he's all right. But, you know. And I'm like, you don't even like him like that? You didn't, you know? And she's like, no. So, after I thought about it again, I'm like, I don't know who he is. And then when I looked at him again, I'm like, isn't that the little boy that was on Instagram giving back his cars? And she was like, yeah. She started laughing. Yeah, that was him. I'm like, oh, poor baby. What'd he do? So we let that go. And then recently we hear about him owing, who was he owing? I can't remember the first story that came out that he was owing somebody, but he bought these earrings, but he owed somebody some money. And I'm like, this poor little thing, he needs some money management classes. He do. He needs to go listen to Jay-Z's 444. Like, what you doing? And then today, the cutest thing, I just saw it, so I was like, I'm gonna have to include it. Apparently he owes Drake $60,000. And he was at Drake's house, and Drake is like, hey, you gotta sing full out, do a whole performance, perform your song, and then I'm gonna wipe the deck clean. And hilarious, because when I tell you, he got up, he put on his coat, he was finna do the thing. Well, he was doing it, and Drake was dying laughing, like he was basically just entertaining him. And shit, you're an entertainer, do it. When I tell you, if I could just sing to eliminate a $60,000 debt, I am singing at the top of my lungs. So I was not mad at him. But after that, apparently he did a video, and I was mad at him for saying, yeah, Drake didn't need no $60,000. He don't need that $60,000 or whatever. That ain't nothing to him. But my whole thing is not your money. Like, it's not. So that kind of tells you where his money sense is. It's your little $60,000, Drake, because you got it. But when he needed it, or however it went, it wasn't that little. So I don't think that's cool that he got that, that type of mindset. If you owe him, you owe him. But yeah, cute little boy. Well, I mean, cute little grown man. But yeah, he definitely needs to go listen to Jay-Z or something. All right, you guys, we actually gonna end with a little bit of a controversial subject that I just saw as well on Instagram. Apparently, they're going back and forth because I think it was a guy, or it may have been a woman, that originally posted a picture of a kid, a boy, playing at a kitchen, like a little play kitchen set or whatever, talking about buying his or her son, a kitchen set. And now it's a huge thing because everybody's like, oh, I would not buy my son a kitchen set. And there was another girl who said the grills are for the boys and the kitchen sets are for the girls. And I just want to know where y'all land on that, because I don't know. Well, I do know. I don't know that I want to say, but yeah, I would love to hear what y'all think about that. Do you think that you can't make someone gay. So them playing with the kitchen set is not going to suddenly change their sexual preference. Like, I don't understand why people think this type of thing. But is it okay? Do you buy one for them? I mean, for sure, I would not have a fit if I had a son and a daughter and bought one for the daughter and the son was playing with her and he's in the kitchen as well. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh my God, son, don't touch that. Like, people do when their sons are playing with dolls. But would you actually buy one for him? Like, that's a good question. So I would love to know what you guys think about that subject and where you fall on that. All right. If you are still here, you are the real MVP. Thank you for coming back to Vlogmas Part 2. And it was kind of like a weekend wrap up. So I got to figure out what we're talking about tomorrow. I am still open for suggestions, but I will be here tomorrow because I'm up for the challenge, you guys. I'm up for the challenge. Mr. JB says what? Says that I have to be more consistent. And, I'm about to give y'all consistency out the ass. Watch me. All right, if you have not already, please subscribe, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow, Friday. Yay. All right, smooches.